Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel once again. And as you guys know that Weather Cup have just started in the Go Battle League of Season 12. So Weather Cup over here is a Ultra League format, so which Niantic have introduced very recently, and it's going to allow 4 typings which are water, fire, rock, and ice. So it is kind of one rock paper scissors once again, but still since they are partial typing is also allowed, so it makes it very much interesting. But what I feel is actually this cup is super expensive because the highly rated Pokemons that are allowed in this cup is going to be mostly XL. So the team that I've got over here is super expensive because I've got in the lead with Tapu Fini that takes yeah 1 lakh Stardust to unlock the second move, and the back Pokemon, which is going to be Abomasnow and Cradily, that is fully excelled, which is very expensive. So I had to drop in like 10 lakh Stardust to build this Abomasnow and Cradily for this Weather Cup. So what I feel, it is very expensive, but if you are willing to spend this much of Stardust for 7 days, fine, go ahead, which I did. You can play it for which as well. So this team over here is good really, because Abomasnow and Cradily are very highly ranked, and Cradily is just so god level coverage over here in this meta, along with Grass Knot and Stone Edge, which is really good because it covers ice, fighting. It's like, apart from ice and fighting, it covers everything, which is really good. So for the coverage of ice and fighting, I am using Tapu Fini to cover that ice and fighting weakness, and Abomasnow as my safe swap over here. That most probably will lure out the ice type or fighting type or a fire type in the opponent's team over here. So this team perfectly makes a great core of Tapu Fini and Cradily, along with a good safe swap of Abomasnow as well, which is very strong as it is XL and spammy as well. So without further more delay, let's jump into the battles and check out how this team performed in the Weather Cup. Moving into the first battle, I pick up a lead against Avalugg over here. So they quickly swap into their own Primarina over here, to which I'll be swapping out into my Cradily, because with Avalugg, Cradily has the lowest rating battles over here. That is the reason I swap out into my own Cradily over here. But as you guys can see, Cradily is though super tanky. It's taking neutral damage with the charm that is quite adding up. So I have to invest my force shield over here, and after building up to potential back-to-back Grass Knots, I'll be going for the first Grass Knot over here. So first Grass Knot, the second Grass Knot rather, lands and knocks the Primarina out over here. But nevertheless, I do get to the next Stone Edge just in time, which does so much damage to the Avalugg as well, and it puts it down to 70% of its health, 30% of its health rather. To now, I'll be coming back with my own Tapu Fini, because I am quite sure that they'll be switching out into their own third Pokemon, which is going to be the mirror Tapu Fini over here. And since my back Pokemon is going to be Abomasnow over here, so that is the reason I'll be going for the first Moonblast over here, which just lands for so much damage, and now I'll be safe swapping out again into my own Abomasnow over here. So Abomasnow will take neutral damage from either neutral damage from the Moonblast and lesser damage from the Surf over here, and it's so tanky that it can easily handle couple of Surfs as well, to which now I'll be getting to the next Weather Ball, which does get out the final shield from my opponent's end, which is really nice for me, because now I can go for the next Weather Ball with just in time, which just knock out the Tapu Fini from this kind of range, and from this Avalugg comes back, to which I'll be going for the next Weather Ball, but they recognizes their fate and top lives the game over here, giving me the win for the first battle. Moving into the next one, I pick up a really good lead against Kingdra over here. So Kingdra is Water Dragon, so I'll be resisting both the Dragon and Water moves, because Tapu Fini is part Water and Fairy. So now I think they'll be going for the Octazooka, which I am very fortunate that it does not debuff my attack, to which now I'll be going for the next Moonblast. So Moonblast does hit for super crit damage, and now they safe swapped again into their own Primarina. So I am not quite sure why people are using Primarina over here, maybe to get the chunk of damage from, I believe, Charm over here. But nevertheless, Cradily is so spammy and strong in this meta that as you guys can see, just one shot the Primarina from that kind of health. To which now I'll be going to throw the next Grass Knot over here that does neutral damage over here to this Cradily, to this Kingdra rather, and I can reach to the next Grass Knot again. So this might force the shield over here, or maybe they let it go, which they does, and the final Pokemon is going to be Gyarados, and they recognize their fate, and again they top left the game. So GG's to my pet, really well played. Moving to the next matchup, I pick up a lead of Kingdra once again, which is really good because now I think I'll be going for the same Moonblast, but now this time they swaps out into their own Walden over here. So Walden is kind of tough to handle because I have to soften it up before switching into my own either Cradily or maybe my Abomasnow. But nevertheless, I'll be taking the first attack, which ends up being a Icicle Sphere Shield Bait, which does nothing to me. To which now I'll be going for the next Moonblast once again, which ensures the final first shield from my opponent's end, and that gets the attack drop as well, which is very much efficient and effective for me because now one Earthquake won't do that much damage. And now from this kind of range, I'll be saving up on my Tapu Fini. I'll be letting my Tapu Fini go down, but one Icicle Sphere with debuffed does not take me out, and I can reach to the next serve just in time. So this might ensure the final shield, or maybe give me switch advantage as well, which in case they does. To which now they comes out with their own Kingdra over here, and this put me in a really troublesome scenario. But since I'm upper shield, I am kind of really good in this scenario as well. To which now I'll be letting this first charge move go through, which I think is going to be Octazooka, and I get the attack drop, which is not very fortunate because 2 times attack debuff will most likely do barely enough damage to this Kingdra, as you guys can see. And now they can tank even 2 to 3 Grass Knots over here, which is kind of unfortunate because now I have to shield up the next Octazooka as well, and this time I'm fortunate that I did not get the debuff. But after building up to a 1.5 Grass Knot, so I'll be going for the next Grass Knot just in time, which does not very knock it out, and from this kind of range I cannot farm it down with Bullet Seed. So I have to catch the next Octazooka on my own Abomasnow over here, and I have to farm down, which is going to be really close. But the final Pokemon is going to be Primarina over here. So since Primarina is part water, so I'll be going for the bait over here of Weather Ball, which they calls it perfectly, and this is going to be really troublesome for me because now I have to reach to two Grass Knots or maybe 3 Grass Knots to ensure the knockout for the Primarina over here. But they can easily charm me down from this kind of range, which is not very fortunate for me because now from this kind of range I'm not sure that I'll be able to survive the charms over here. But I can easily snuck in one Bullet Seed, which is huge for me because now I can farm it down and got a bit of energy to throw at this Kingdra, which is very low, and with 1 HP I need Dream, I believe, maybe not 2. I just reached to the next Grass Knot, which is super close, and I get the win for the third battle here as well. So GG's to my opponent. Really close call and well played. Moving into the 4th battle, I pick up a lead of Tapu Fini once again, which is really good because now they safe swapped again into their own Razor Leaf Abomasnow over here. So I don't want to match up onto this Razor Leaf Abomasnow without some advantage. That is the reason I'll be going for the Moonblast over here. So Moonblast does ensure the first shield, and since it's Razor Leaf, I'll be double resisting to the Razor Leaf, and I'll be taking neutral damage from ice, like Ice Weather Ball. That is the reason I'll be going I'll be letting this charge move go through because it is like Abomasnow is kind of tanky as well, and it's it's neutral over here. So that is the reason I'll be building up to 2 potential Weather Balls over here, and I'll be investing my first shield to it. And now from this kind of range I'll be going for back-to-back Weather Balls. So one Weather Ball might get the knockout, but if I if I get the final shield, which will be really nice for me, because now from this kind of range they won't be able to come back with their own Tapu Fini over here, because they will be facing the next energy ball. Energy ball does land over here, dealing massive neutral damage, super effective damage rather, and I did a CMP tie, which is perfect because now they will be getting even less farm over here, because yeah, Surf does neutral damage again. To which now from this kind of range, I think they swapped out into their own Ludigol over here, which is actually using Razor Leaf once again, but it is not that good of a matchup against my Cradily over here, which is very much spammy. And since I'm part grass as well, I'm taking neutral from this scenario. To which now I'll be shielding up the potential Leaf Storm or maybe Ice Beam over here, which is going to be Ice Beam. So I shielded up there and I'll be going for double Grass Knots in this scenario. So first Grass Knot will ensure the final shield from my opponent's end, and the final Grass Knot is going to be getting the knockout for their Ludicolo over here, and they have got their very low Tapu Fini in the back, which just might get to one serve, but I do have a very healthy Tapu Fini of my own to take care of my opposing Tapu Fini, which is low, and I'll be coming back with my own Tapu Fini and get the win with Water Gun down, giving me the win for the 4th battle. So GG's to my opponent, well played. Moving into the 5th battle, I pick up a lead against Razor Leaf Abomasnow over here. So now I'll be safe swapping again into my own Abomasnow to match up with this Powder Snow and Weather Ball. To which now the safe swaps into their own Aerodactyl over here, and I believe it is running Rock Throw, which is super effective to me, but since it's Ultra League, so I am kind of like bulky as well with my Abomasnow, to which now I'll be getting to the I believe the next Weather Ball, which does ensure both the shield from my opponent's end, which is really nice for me, because and I did a CMP tie, which is I believe it's not CMP tie, but they threw over here. They might thought that I'll be reaching to the next Weather Ball just in time. To which now I'll be coming back with my Tapu Fini, and again I'll be going for the next swap out into my own Cradily. To which now this goes for the next Weather Ball, to which I think I'll be shielding up this one because I don't want to take additional damage, and let's see what they have into their backline. So this is going to be their own Gyarados over here. So this Gyarados will not actually appreciate this Stone Edge coming through, which does so much damage in this scenario as well, and I'll be shielding up I believe this Crunch or maybe Aqua Tail, which does neutral as well, and I'll be going for the Heart Farm. So if I could farm down, which I do over here, and my opponent recognizes their fate and top lives the game from that kind of situation. So with this team, as I've already mentioned, as you guys can see from the rating, this team is super strong, with a lead of Tapu Fini against safe swap of Abomasnow and Cradily in the closure. So Cradily is so good in this meta. It's kind of a god level closure, which I am very happy with. So if you are running into a too much poison type leads, do swap out Tapu Fini with Swampert. That works out pretty well as well. So that will be all for this video. See you again in the next one. Till then, peace.